Well, good early morning, good early afternoon, everyone. I'm just popping in here a little unscheduled because I wanted to take a real quick look at the markets and see what's going on. My name for you guys that are new to the live stream is Red Baron. I'm from FibbyCharts.com, and we're happy to have you join us here in the live stream. So the purpose of this live stream is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to go ahead and allow live chat to be in this, but this is kind of an informal walkthrough of the predictions that I've made for this week. So it's kind of circling around to gloat a little bit, or just basically just kind of show everybody that this system is working, and it's working exceptionally well. So, for you guys that are new to the live stream, we're going to do a little bit of advertising. We're going to talk a little bit about our channel, what it is, what we do, and stuff like this. This is not a normal live stream. Normally, we do live streams about 3 times a week. Plus, we also do Monday afternoon tech chats with Red Bear. So we just got done with one of those just recently, and so go back and join our channel and go back and have a listen. There's a lot of really good information. If you guys, especially if you guys are new to the crypto space, or if you guys want to advance your learning, we have an awful lot of information that we're going to be bringing to you every single Monday. We just covered staking. Before that, we covered liquidity pools. And we're going to be going through the entire space, and we're going to be discussing all the technical stuff that's involved in crypto, because there's so much. I mean, it's overwhelming. And the more information you can have, the better you can be as an investor. So we're going to go ahead and do all that stuff on Mondays. But for right now, we're just going to cover the charts. We're going to talk about the predictions that I made on live stream. And of course, obviously, you guys that are subscribed to the charts, we're going to show you how these things are panning out. So without much further ado, let me go ahead and get everything started. I see I got a couple people filing into the live stream here. How you doing, Joanne? We got a few other people here. I'm going to go ahead and just get a few things set up here real quick. Normally we have a little bit of radio silence before I get started, but it's not necessary right now. So this is kind of an informal thing. So hang with me here. I'll just get my charts together here, and we'll go ahead and do the stream. All right. I didn't let my mods know that I was going live, so probably any of you guys that are from Discord, could you please repost, and like let everybody know that I'm here, because I pop up and everybody's like, "Oh God, I missed him," you know. you guys, you guys are just like so obsessed with being sure you're right, you're first in line. So that's okay. That's what YouTube has got rebroadcasting for. But that's okay. If you guys are popping in, you're not missing anything. You can go ahead and watch the rebroadcast. All right, so I'll just go ahead and get started. So this is Bitcoin. The calls are just absolutely perfect. They're the ISIS system, ISIS. That's our automated intelligence system that's plugged into our grids. That's these left, right, up, down lines. The ISIS system is working out absolutely phenomenally well. I mean, these calls that are being made are coming literally, what we always like to say is right to the pixel. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these. So this is Bitcoin. Now, top of the show, I want to tell you this prediction is starting to look more and more likely. I made this about a couple months ago, and people thought it was absolutely off my nut, but not so funny anymore now, is it? We're moving very, very closely to 25,000. And if you think that's bad, you haven't seen anything yet, because we're looking at a potential drop. I'm standing pretty firm at 25, but I don't want to freak people out and think we're going clear to the bottom. But the likelihood does exist. And I would rather you guys know before you take any false positions at 25, thinking you're at the bottom of the market and finding out you're only 50% of the way or less, because the likelihood does exist that we are going to be seeing a $12,000 Bitcoin. And boy, well, isn't that a scary world to be living in right now? But it's very, very firm likelihood. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few of the calls that have been made. So this call here was made at 38,500, and within a very short period of time, we realized it right to the AI line. Of course, we bounced back down, went down. I put in a couple more calls. This is what we call a double confirmation. Anytime you get a first call based upon AI, based upon TA. TA stands for technical analysis. You guys that are new to the live stream and don't understand the lingo. AI stands for automated intelligence, and that's our system, our ISIS system. AI is automated intelligence. TA stands for technical analysis, just so I'm not leaving you in the dust here, not understanding what I'm talking about. But this line here is picked up off of standard TA, off of what we would generally consider to be just what most traders trade off of, and we plug that into the automated intelligence grid, and we come up with a Fibonacci line of 0.6018. So there was your first call, and then I got a double confirmation with this move right here. I put another arrow here, and sure enough, we meandered through and we hit it. And I don't check in on Bitcoin very often because I'm not a Bitcoin investor. I don't endorse it. I don't believe in it. I'm not really a big fan of it. It's just kind of a way to test the water. And so it is what it is. But I do watch it because a lot of you other guys watch it. But I had already made a call way over here telling everybody that this thing was going to be plummeting damn near a week in advance. I predicted this drop using the system. And so sure enough, we hit it. Not only did we hit it, but we kind of basically spent a little bit of time kind of considering whether or not we were going to go lower. And I did call a lower point at that point, and we hit that too. Now I want to show you the extreme accuracy of this system. It's shockingly accurate. For you guys that have never seen it, this is a call line. When I say to the pixel, I'm not kidding. We came right down on, let me show you a couple things here. So this dotted line, these solid and dotted lines are what we call pulse markers. And let me give you a real quick lesson on this for you guys that are new to the stream. So what this is kind of like the heartbeat of the market. And what happens is every single time we hit one of these lines, the computer will make a decision to go up, to go down, to go sideways, or to do something along those lines. And those decisions for reversals, pivots, as most people would refer to, happen on these lines. Now, this is something that most traders have never even heard of. It's a concept that I developed a long time ago. And we plugged it into a system we created called ISIS, which is our automated intelligence system. And so we're able to look at this and go, okay, not only are we going to go to this line, but we're going to do it at this pulse marker. And sure enough, you see exactly played out. We came down and bang, we bounced right off of that. So I defy you to find anyone on YouTube that can show you that. And this is something that we're quite proud of, and it's built into every single one of our subscription charts. So if you guys, excuse me, if you guys would like to subscribe to our charts and you would like to be able to access something with this level of power, to literally have your own digital crystal ball, as we like to kind of jokingly refer to it, just go to fibicharts.com and you can go right here to subscribe if you'd like to go to the subscription thing, or if you'd like to kind of know what packages that we have. The packages they start at a very reasonable price, but obviously the more you spend, the more level of information you get. So the bronze packages start at $24.95 a month, and you get the basic coins if you want to just trade that. If you want a little bit more, you can step up to silver, which is at $59.95. A lot of guys start by coming in at around about the gold package, but very, very quickly they progress up to the platinum. And the reason why is because they're making some good money quickly. It is not uncommon for us to see people that come in at gold and within 5 or 6 days they're like, oh my God, I've already paid my subscription. I'm stepping up to platinum. I'm stepping up to Platinum Pro. Now, Platinum Pro is something we're getting ready to roll out, which is really crazy. We've got just a glut of information that we're going to be giving all of our pro traders. So we're not ready to roll that out just yet, but we are going to be rolling it out here probably. Right now, we're having a pre-sale on it, but we are going to be rolling that out here roughly in about 2 weeks. And what that is 5 times the charts that you see here. I mean, just information overload. Now, of course, obviously, we do have a program called Diamond. Diamond is for our people that are over $500,000 that are trading, that are really kind of our elite crowd, that busy guys that need somebody to really handhold them, or somebody to really kind of micromanage not the decision making. We're not financial advisors. We don't do that. I want to be very clear by that. But someone who can kind of look over their shoulder and say, hey, listen, this is what I think. And that's what we do here. My job here is to take the charts and kind of read the tea leaves, so to speak. I mean, the charts speak for themselves. We don't need to make financial advice because the charts are all automated intelligence. They put out the information. All you need to know is how to read the stuff. So it's very, very easy to do. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to our charts, you're more than welcome to do that. However, we would love to have you join our free Discord. You don't have to pay a single thing to get in. That's at the unfairadvantage.chat. So I see you got a few new people popping into the chat. You guys didn't expect me to pop in the middle of the day, did you? So I just decided I was going to kind of circle the wagons here and take a look at what's going on, because when I woke up and looked at the market this morning, I thought, uh-oh, I think the doctor needs to do a little cryptotherapy. So that's what I'm here to do right now. So time to take the medicine, guys, and it isn't going to taste good. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So Bitcoin, as I already said, for you guys that are just filing into the chat, Bitcoin is doing what it's doing. This is just a false. We're going to drop even further here. So let's go ahead and jump into a few things that what I noticed first of all this morning when I got up, as I looked and I saw XRP, and I thought, yep, it's going to be a bad day in the market. And well, we saw this coming. It's no big surprise. Actually, let's take a look at Ethereum here real quick. So here's the Ethereum call we had. How long ago was that? That was roughly about half a month ago, 11, 12 days ago. So we're getting ready to go right down here. This is our next move. So people thought I was absolutely crazy when I was making these calls. But I called this, we hit it. I called this, we hit it. I called this, we hit it. And so the next move that I called way back, almost a half a month ago, is there any denying that we're heading towards that? You can clearly see we are. So we have a double confirmation. And so this call actually was hit. So we're going to be a second time revisiting this neighborhood. So you can't always go home again unless you're Bitcoin or unless you're crypto. You'll always revisit the initial low. So again, what we're being able to do here is we're working in a channel. So it's very believable that this thing is going to go to here. Now, the worst of it, we haven't seen the worst of it. If you really want to see how bad this is going to get, it could potentially get all the way down to the 1250 range. However, I'm putting Ethereum targets right now in the here and the now. We try not to get overly exuberant, but that's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point in time. Then we'll be probably visiting the big drop right here. And then possibly we could get on to the third one. So for right now, let's just go ahead and do that. For right now, we're looking at probably levels of that and levels of that as we slide into the pit of hell. So not going to be a good day if you're a holder. Great day if you're liquid and sitting by the sideline. It's going to be a great week if you're going to be doing that. Now, as far as the timeline goes, I've said this over and over again on the live streams, but it does bear repeating. I expect the end of this month to be a completely different story than what we're seeing right now. Why is this always happening to us? Well, we discussed on the live tech chats, we discussed something called a Wyckoff event. And a Wyckoff event is basically just a computer shakeout that gets you to get false hope and then it drops you, and it gets you to get false hope and then it drops you, and it just keeps doing this, and you think it's going to turn around. You think you're buying the bottom and you're not. You're not even buying the middle. And that's what's going on here, is these guys are going to shake this rug till there's not one single little dusty investor left in it. And then when they get to the bottom, as we all suspect, the big boys are going to buy in, and shaboom, she's going to take off. That's how it's going to work. Now, I'm expecting it on or around the end of this month. There's a reason for that, because we are entering the end of the second quarter of the year at the close of this month. Now, we've still got a fairly respectable amount of time. I mean, shoot, we're only on the 8th of the month here. We got plenty of time to beat the little guy up here. We got roughly about 2.5 weeks left of this stuff. I mean, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the truth. We're looking at probably about 2 more weeks of this. There's going to be some money to be made in here, but I'll tell you honestly, the play, as I see it, not financial advice, of course, the play I see it is, and I preach this daily, is don't take position unless you're happy with it. The thing that I'm constantly seeing, even amongst my Discord, is I'm seeing people that are taking position, they're happy, and then they see it go down, then they're not happy. Well, the question is we've discussed this many times, but the question is do you think this is going to go lower than it is to go higher? In other words, if we're looking at the entire market, let's just say this is the entire ultimate high, ultimate low, and you buy in, we'll say right there at that level, and it goes down, and all of a sudden you're freaking out and selling again. Why would you do that? I mean, I don't care how good your crystal ball is, I don't care how smart your psychic is, I don't care how good your charting guy is, or your TA or whatever. If you look at the market and you go, well, we've been up here to the ultimate high already, percentage-wise, we've got 75, 80, 90% more blue sky above us than black dirt below us, or red dirt, depending upon what part of the world you live in. if we're looking at statistical probabilities, let's say we got 10% down here and 90% up here, why in the world would you ever give a damn about trying to risk the unknown of selling out, chasing knives, or chasing more bottom? And I have this question posed, had it again before I went on live stream. I had a new member ask me, "Do you think I should sell and reposition?" Well, the answer to that I'll give you is this: were you happy with the position that you originally took? Did you really firmly believe in that position? Now, I notice I'm saying this an awful lot lately because a lot of you need to hear it over and over and over again. Don't take a position if you don't believe in it. That's the thing. Because I can't talk you off a ledge. I can't make you feel good about something. If you made a stupid decision, you made a stupid decision. But if you've got a good chart, if you've got a good statistical analysis, if you've got a tool like the ISIS system here, like this, the grid subscriptions that we offer at FibbyCharts.com, then you shouldn't be making stupid moves, because you can very clearly see what we're calling, what we're suggesting, what we're showing, what the system is outputting. You shouldn't be making stupid moves. We all make a few stupid ones. Even I do. I'll own up to it. But the bottom line is this. You will always end up doing far, far better if you have the best tools. Now, again, if you're buying at the bottom and you're willing to wait this out, and I've talked about this before on live stream, and I'll cover it again. We're going to be doing another live stream tonight, so this is just kind of a review through things. If if you buy something and it goes down a little bit, fortunes swing very, very fast in crypto. So just ignore it. Just go away. Come back. I mean, if you're looking at something where you know a recent, and I'm talking recent, not all time, recent high is so much higher than it is when you buy, then there's no reason to panic. Just walk away. This is the other part of this is you shouldn't be all in on any move. This is, I think, what causes so much stress for you guys, is you're all in on one move because you're just wanting to just get it all, get it right now, make the money in one big fall swoop and be a superhero and impress your friends and stuff like that. And that's financial suicide when you do that, guys. I'm an advocate. You invest the way you want to, but I'm an advocate of never investing more than a third. And I'm talking about you little bag guys. Let's say if you got like 5,000 or something like that. You should never go all in on anything. Never, 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 ever go all in on anything. We have several of you that do, and you still do pretty good, but you don't do it with my blessing. If you're doing 2 cryptos, better, still not great. 3 is about the minimum. I mean, because generally if you're investing broadly across the market, you're buying an aggressive one, you're buying a little stronger one. Something's always going to be a winner. You can focus on that. Then you're not so freaked out by the 1, maybe the 2 that are down, because you're focusing on the 1 that's up. Time heals all wounds, and we're in a fantastic time in the market right now, where basically everything's going to be coming up because we're at the bottom of a bull market, and I was talking about that on last live stream before the last Monday tech chat that I did. I said that we are at the bottom of a bull market. It's about damned impossible if you can manage to control that thing between your ears and get a grip on it. It's about damned impossible to lose money in crypto if you take a position around about now, and I'm not suggesting you do it today because there's more blood to come, but if you're taking a position here in the now or fairly close to now, it's going to be pretty hard to lose money if you can just get a grip on yourself and just find something else to do with your time and wait it out. Because in a short period of time, I mean, how long? I don't know, week, month, something like that, you're going to start to see some very positive traction, but the longer you hold it, the greater it's going to get. Is there any doubt, anybody within the sound of my voice, are we going to be seeing a vastly different investment scenario or landscape when we're 6 months to a year down the road? We all know this, but it's just very hard to fight that daily mental battle, is it not? And so the thing about it is, I tell everybody, we have a term for this. We call it trade sickness. So in order to stop having trade sickness, the first thing is, like I said, it's like checking the weather. When you wake up in the morning, you check your charts. You check the weather, you put on your raincoat, you put on your galoshes, you buy your crypto, you sell your crypto, you do whatever, and you get on with your day. Maybe you check the weather, or you check your crypto in the afternoon, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Don't stand over it. Don't obsess it, because when you do that and you watch those little wiggles and those little jiggles and those candles down, up and down, you think, and then you got to get in and you got to get out, or you missed this, or you got this, or you overbought, or you underbought, whatever. I mean, and then you start to play those war games times with that thing between your ears. And that's how trade sickness is developed. And I don't want to see any of you guys get into that situation. So, listen to me, because you're hearing the wisdom of 30 years of investing speaking to you. So if it's happened to me, I'll tell you, I've suffered with the rest of you, but I have come out of it on the other side, and I know how to handle these things. And so I pass this information on to you because I want you guys to be able to benefit and shave a lot of years of loss and aggravation and hair loss because of it. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and let's continue on. So Ethereum is, we're heading down, guys. So we're watching for that target there, but we're not taking a position on that because there's no reason to believe that we may not go further. When we get down here, we will reassess it, and we'll start to look to this target to be the next viable one. Right now, odds are very, very good that we're going to be in the 16 to 16.25 range because, as I said, we've got about 2 more weeks of this shit before things start to really turn around, as I see it. All right. All right. Give me just a minute here. My charts just kind of fell off the wayside here. All right. So XRP is pretty much the hot ticket in town right now. I'm watching this one because, just a lot of people got some vested interest in this, and this is the one that holds the most promise. So we had a double confirmation for this. I had, let me scale back out a little bit. Been tracking this thing all the way down. So let's back up here since this is a recap. I told you guys when we came out of this, and I notated the charts. So you guys that subscribe to my charts, occasionally I'll make notes, so you really know what I'm thinking. Let me get this out of the way here, and then I'll tell you what I said, and then I'll show you what played out. So we saw this triangle here. Now this is statistical probabilities are something that the ISIS system is magnificent at predicting. That's how we get these AI lines. But my job is to kind of put the human element and the something that just AI will never learn is just, you just have to have that wisdom of watching things. So I looked at this and I said, all right, a gray arrow means should or possible or probable, but not great odds. And so I saw this triangle forming. Now what you should have seen is you should have seen a drop just straight up, because this was what we would call a descending pennant or a bear pennant. But what I've noticed, because pattern recognition is one of my skill sets. It's just something that I'm very good at. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, so I just look for things like this. And so I've told the guys in my live streams, and I told the guys that are in my subscriptions that don't believe this is going to play the way technical analysis. So let me give you the here and the now. So this arrow, this distance is what we call velocity. We picked it up right here. What we should have seen is we should have seen a drop here. Just straight out of there, just boom, down, and then continue business. But I told the guys, don't believe it for a single second, because what they're going to do is they're going to get everybody faked out. This is the move that should have happened, possibly. But what they're going to do is they're going to run it to the halfway point, because that's what the exchanges do. They freak people out. They run them halfway, get them all to sign on to the idea that it's going to go up, and then they flip it in something called a J-hook. This is a little invention, or a little, I just a name I call it. You won't learn this in TA. This is just something that I've discovered, and I pass it on to my subscribers because this thing is absolutely, it's phenomenal. I mean, it happens over and over again, and the TA guys have no idea. They don't realize there's actually a formation that's at play here. They just think it's like, oh, it's market manipulation. They say that, they shake their head, they shake their fist at the market, and they don't really realize this is a legitimate play that happens out over and over again. So what a J-hook is, it'll go halfway, and then it'll go that distance exactly from tip to drop, and that's exactly what happened. Look at that, dropped right there, created another flag. So, and I told the guys, this is exactly what's going to happen. And sure enough, I drew that little sketch right there, and that's exactly what happened. And went to there, I made the call, and it dropped into a flag position. Now we had a double confirmation, and ping, we hit it. Ping, by the way, is just kind of our funny little told you so expression. So it's the sound of a golf club. I used to live across the street from a golf course. I used to hear ping, ping, ping all day long, so it's kind of embedded in my subconscious. So ping is the sound of a perfect hit. So a double confirmation basically means that's me saying this is exactly going to happen. And I sketched this out, I believe roughly about a week and a half ago. I said, we're going to be hitting this level, guys. We're going to come down this channel, and we did come down the channel. We faked out of it, but we returned, and ping, we hit right to the AI line, right to the pixel line. I don't mean kind of close. I mean exactly close. This is how accurate this system is, right to that AI line. You can set your watch by it. All right, so where are we going from here? Lower, 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 lower. I've been telling everybody on the live streams for a very long time. I've got a couple of target markers. I've got one here at 75. To kind of cut to the quick on this, said this a couple times to a few people in a few of the different chat rooms on the Discord, and I said it on live stream the other night. I expect we're going to just be slowly bleeding out about a nickel at a time. So it'll be 75, 70, 65, blah, blah, blah. But that being said, as we get closer to the bottom, as things spool up, as people freak out, what we're going to see, it has to play this way. We're going to eventually, we've had so much down. Here's what I want to warn you guys. This just pops into my mind. We've had so much down. What happens when we have down? We get up. This is a Wyckoff thing. So what's going to happen? Wyckoff is a formation. So go back in our live streams and learn about that. But what happens is they give us so much down, eventually they'll give us some up, and people go, oh, today's the day. And they'll start chasing it. They'll get in, and down we go again. And that's what's going to happen. The entire market is going to get this. XRP, you can betcha it's going to happen. Now, is this starting to happen now? We don't know. But the thing that I want to call your attention to, or I want to make you aware of, is don't think for a single second I'm invalidating this 69. That and much, much more. All of these lines down here are relevant to certain calls, and we'll chase this down and we'll give diagnosis all the way down. As we get closer, I'll be right there ahead of it, suggesting and showing where it's possible to go. You know, whether you buy or whether you don't, that's on you. You do your own thing. I'm not here for financial advice. I'm here to just show you the road. It's yours to walk alone, and your decision to walk it if you choose to walk it. So where I expect is exactly like I just said. I expect to get a little bit of a fake pump. We've seen this thing endlessly. It's happened over and over and over again. So when it goes up, and again, it'll turn and they'll take your money and they'll drop it again. So that's what we have to see. Now, as far as XRP, I have been saying for a great amount of time that it makes sense to me to see XRP probably in the 22 to 25 cent range. And the reason for that is because we spent an inordinate amount of time last summer there. I mean, that's where the floor is, kids. There's just no getting around it. 22 to 25 cents. If we are going to go full blood, full, Freddy Krueger, Jason level trading here, we're going to get down to that. If Bitcoin goes to 12,000, why wouldn't XRP go down to floor support, which is at 22 to 25 cents? So in that scenario, get your bags out. Not financial advice, but obviously, why wouldn't you? Because I'm telling you, that's going to be the last time you're ever going to see XRP at 25 cents. Because at the end of this month or shortly thereafter, I'm forecasting $20 possible. Definitely in the 13.25 range. I've been calling 13.25 for well over 6 months. According to the ISIS system, our statistical analysis system has been spitting that out. The system, basically what it is it looks at probabilities. It updates probabilities. It updates, have we done this? Have we do this? And it recalculates 100 times a second. And it outputs all different kinds of lines, and these lines are like a living, breathing thing. They change all the time. And so anytime you glance at this chart, you're getting literally 1/100th of a second live update on the probability of it going this low or this high or this time, So it's really just a very wickedly accurate system that just cannot be beat by anything else out there on YouTube. I don't care how good your charting guy is. He's no match for this thing. I'll straight up say that. He's no match for the accuracy of this thing. And the guys that use Fibonacci retracements, the guys that use this thing here, I haven't talked about this for a while. The guys that use this thing are blowing smoke up your butt. This thing will never, ever, ever forecast a move. It will show you and confirm a move that just happened, but it will not predict the future. Will not. So if you've got anyone that is using this thing, it's called a Fibonacci circle, a Fibonacci ring, Fibby rings. If anybody ever uses these things and says that this is a predictor of the future and you should buy or sell according to this, walk away, run away, because it's not the be-all, say-all. It's a great tool. It's a great secondary confirmation, but it's by no means a match for anything as accurate as this. Now, Fibonacci lines, we do use Fibonacci lines. That's these green lines here. This is a true Fibonacci retracement, but you'll notice they really aren't that accurate. We throw them in there for probable, just to look at. But if you notice, here's a green line right here. we're really not spending any time other than right there at the green line. We didn't stop at it. We blasted right through it. We rocked right through it like it wasn't even there. So those Fibonacci lines don't really mean jack. So these guys that are using fib retracement lines to make predictions, again, not as accurate as the ISIS system. So you'll notice is, like I said, we blasted right through this, but we hit ours, came up to another one of ours, and again, we're going to rebound and reject, and we're going to dive down again. So XRP is basically the worst is yet to come, or the best if you're sitting there liquid along the sidelines. The best is yet to come. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the other one, which is indelibly linked to that, and that's XLM. Now, XLM, I'm expecting, if XRP is going to go to 22 to 25, then I'm expecting XLM to easily go possibly to 16 or 19 and a half cents. And we are, again, here's another call. That call was made, we hit it. But we wicked down to an AI line. So these calls are based upon TA. And you know, if you were to buy, if assuming that we were at the bottom of the market, if you were to buy on this call, you really wouldn't feel too bad that you missed it by, you missed the ultimate bottom by 2%. I mean, boo-hoo. But again, this is not the low end of it. A lot of times these lines coincide with lines, and probably did coincide, but the live update probably moved it a little bit, because these lines, as I say, are a living, breathing thing, and they do. But it was right here to catch it. When the update came in, boom, we got it right there. So XLM, again, is doing the same thing as XRP. It's just stepping down and down and down. Now, is this a rebound? Are we ready for a turnaround? I'm telling you right now, we'll know, because I'm going to do another live stream tonight, so I don't want to get too in-depth with my calls here. I'm going to save a little for tonight. If we are going to make a move up right now, or at any time within the next 2-3 days, if we're going to make any kind of a substantial move that looks promising up, I hold no belief that it's going to hold ground and be the great turnaround that's going to start sending us into the better part of summer. Because I do believe it is the Wyckoff event just doing what it does, and you know, building in the false hope, taking it away, building the false hope, taking it away. So just eternal rug pulls, one succession of rug pulls after another, and that's what that is. So again, we are working our way down to the next line, to the next line, to the next line. And we are going to be, in a very short period of time, we are going to find ourselves down to, at the very least, the 19 to 20 cent range. Let me show you where we're probably at, or where we are at in terms of to get to that first marker. We've only got to go about, let's say, 39 to 40%. 40% drops are not that hard. I mean, they don't generally happen in one fell swoop. They happen in a succession of, like, you know, 2 or 3 15s and a few oddball numbers here and there, or a couple of 20%. 20% drops in a day. That's not difficult. And we see that all the time. We see 20% pumps in a day. That members of our chart subscription service can verify that I can find you 20% profits within chart moves practically every single day. Right now, I wouldn't venture to say that it would be a smart thing to try and do that in a bearish formation that we're in right now. But broadly speaking, any given day, you can be a member of our chart subscribing service and check in on the charts and see the notations I'm making, and see things that do, in the matter of less than 100 hours, turn into a 20 to 25, sometimes 30 or greater percent return. That's fabulous. To be able to make a 30% return or 35% return in 100 hours, I mean, that's, you know, a standard broker would pass out if you were to show them how often you're able to do that using a system like this. I mean, crypto is a marvelous thing, but again, you do have to have the tools to be able to read the tea leaves. You got to be able to understand what you're doing. Oh yeah, I see, Bill, I see everything going up, but XLM and XRP are going to go up. Yes, absolutely. Bill, I don't recognize your name for the live stream. If you're new to us, welcome, brother. Glad to have you. So you guys that are new, that are just forming in here, I got to jump back and forth. If you're not a member of our free Discord, we would absolutely love to welcome you into our fold and have you see what it is we do. And we do give away a fair amount of free calls and stuff on the Discord. Of course, you can always subscribe to the charts at fibbycharts.com. But if you'd like to just join our free Discord and kind of find out what we're all about and kind of learn about this AI system we call ISIS, you can do that at the unfairadvantage.chat. So we'll just hit a few of the highlights here. I'm going to stay off the basics. I just kind of wanted to circle around and just kind of show a few things here. We are going to do a full live stream broadcast tonight, because by tonight, boy, there's going to be plenty to talk about. So I just want to kind of go back and take a look at a few things. So this was hang on just a second, trade view moves. So great call again. These are theory. I said, if all being equal, we should go there, but red means I'm much more certain we're going down. So I show you the velocity. So this is the same move up as down. Velocity is baked into the cake. It's going to happen. We are going to get this level of movement. Question is, are we going up or down? Down is unquestionably where we're headed here, because you can see we've already bounced down. We're just heading. We're about 50% of the way down. So we're looking at theta is going to be taking another tumble, guys. And we can also see the reason for that, because we have support and resistance right there. We're not that far from smacking the target. We're only looking about another 6.5%. We can do that before in a blink of an eye, and the whole market's going to be coming down. Now, I will tell you, a lot of you guys that are new to the live stream don't understand the way the ebb and the flow of the market works. Works like this. China basically wakes up. There's 10 times more of those guys than there are during us. Now, I'm Chicago time here in America. If you're wondering what my accent is, it's Midwest. And so the market right now it's roughly high noon Chicago time in America. And so that means all the Chinese people are safe in their bed, thinking that tomorrow in the crypto world is going to be a good day, and they're going to wake up and they go, holy shit, when they see the market, and they're going to sell, and they're going to screw us. Because what happens is when they come online, roughly about 9:45 is about when we notice. About 9:45, 10 o'clock my time. So basically in about 9-10 hours from now, they're going to wake up, they're going to get a gander of what's happened, what we've done to the market, and they're going to add to it. And that's how we see things happen. And so Chinese, if you guys are not, I lived in Asia for a number of years, and so I've got a deep understanding of the way that those markets work over there. And those guys are massively serious about gambling and about money. So crypto is the perfect instrument for the Asian market. But when they are absolutely fierce traders, and they don't screw around. So when they see something going bad, they will pull the ripcord. And believe me, when they wake up in the morning, you're going to see in 10 hours, you're going to see some more blood added to this. So, I mean, if you think it's bloody now, you ain't seen squat. So what I'm telling you is we're going to be doing a live stream tonight. And I'm going to do a little later live stream than I normally do. We usually cut it off. We start about 7 o'clock. So about 7 hours from now is when we usually start. So I might start a little bit later so that we can see this play out. And we're going to watch the markets tumble live, because I'm going to try to make some calls live and show you this system, how amazing this system is, because you can literally see it coming. I'll be able to show you, and we'll be able to see it play out live on screen. So that'll be pretty fun. So be sure to be subscribed, follow us, and be here tonight in roughly about 10 hours, and watch me do my thing. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the rest of this, and then we'll cut you loose here and let you hopefully have a good day here, because it's only going to get worse. Enjoy your day, because this evening's not going to be good if you're a holder. Now, T-Fuel, we discussed T-Fuel at length here. T-Fuel is going to be one of the great breakouts of this bad news cycle that we're having right now. But again, it's not insulated from the entire market. I do believe I put this call in here. This is not a call. It's a notation. It's an expected move. But again, here's the double confirmation call. I said we're going to be hitting this mark. When I was over here, I made this call. I said we should probably hit this. We hit it. We hit it here. And we hit this here, and we actually rebounded back to it. I made this call here. So basically, a double-headed arrow is what I'm saying is we could go to here, settle, and then go to here. And that's exactly what we did. We went to here, and then we went to here. And then I was on to something else. So generally, if I don't follow up the move all the way to the top, it's just because I've got other charts that I'm doing. But here's 2 calls now. If you would have jumped in on that, here's the important thing. How much money would have you made? Would have made 17%. As I just told you guys, it ain't no thing for me to find you guys 20 to 25% moves. Here's an example of really what I would consider to be a weak call, probably one of the ones that's not even that great. But I generally have a philosophy that I tell you guys, I don't like to even get myself involved in anything that doesn't make me 15% or better. And I'm talking a matter of a day or 2 days. I mean, that's pretty fabulous. I don't care who you are. If you can make 15% return on your money in 48 hours, you are smoking. You are smoking. But this thing happened in the matter of from call to realization happened in 17 hours. So if you can make 15% in 17 hours, what's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing, right? So if you can do this over and over and over and over and compound your money, you understand very quickly why the guys who are subscribing to our charts that are coming in at these lower levels are like, oh my God, I got to get a bigger chart. I got to get more information from Barron. This is just amazing. So we see these guys come in at these lower levels like bronze and silver and stuff, and they quickly go, I got to upgrade my subscription. And so a lot of these guys are coming in these days are watching the YouTube stream. They're like, I'm not even screwing with this. I'm just coming straight in at platinum. So our platinum level subscriptions are absolutely blowing up right now. We actually have more platinum subscribers, I think, than we have gold subscribers. And that's not hard to believe because we do give you an awful lot of options. We've got over roughly about 100 different cryptos that we trade. We are constantly swapping in and out of those, looking for the most optimum. We don't like to bring anything to our members that it's going to be basically a dog. And by dog, I don't mean Doge and Shiba. I mean literally like a POS coin. We don't want anybody investing in anything that it's going to take your money. So we try to vet. A good case in point, we put Dragon Chain on, and I was rather interested by Dragon Chain, so I put Dragon Chain on. I know it's kind of a dead project, but I thought there was a little bit of juice left in the squeeze, so I put Dragon Chain, had Dragon Chain listed, and sure enough, I listed it. It did really well for a little while, but then it just fell flat on its face. So we delisted Dragon Chain just recently, but we were able to squeeze just a little bit left out of that before she finally fell flat. So a number of our subscribers actually. I think some of you guys made like 40% in like a really, really quick turn. So good on you guys. Way to go. Oh, Ash, I'm reading comments here. Ash, 10x is going to happen so much faster than 2 years. 10x, bro. 10x is going to be happening in 30 days. What's coming here? In 60, I'll spot you 60. 90, I wouldn't even bat an eye at that. But yeah, 10x. It's good that you got a long-term stance on it, but you might be shocked how understated your comment is. No, 10x is really not going to be hard to achieve. You pick a good crypto, and that's what we do. We try to highlight the good cryptos. So take a look at VeChain here real quick. Now, VeChain is good, solid project, just not right now. We've got, well, here you go. Here's the most recent target hit. So again, here's the call, dropping down to this line. We hit it right to the AI line, guys. We're not generally just kind of sort of. We are exactly. We came down, hit down, we wicked down right to the target area. We regathered steam, and we're bouncing right between the AI lines. Now we regathered, drop down to the next AI line. So we hit this target box, and we hit this target box. So this is not only one hit, 3 perfect hits in a row. Just like that. Money, baby. Money. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this system is all about. So where are we going from here? Down, 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 down. Let me give you one live here. So just so you guys that are VeChain aficionados, let me show you what's in the cards. Right there, baby. Right there. So next move down, not hard to believe. And now again, that call there obviously was realized, but we revisited. So we already have target markers down here. So is it any real stretch to believe that we're going to make this? I mean, you've seen this so many times play out. All you really need to do is just subscribe to the charts, watch the patterns, pick the position, sit back, be happy with your purchase, and then just wait. It's like fishing in a bucket. It's easy. You'll catch it sooner or later. Now, from where we're at here, I've got to find the actual. So where we're at here to, let's just go general. You're in that 35 to 40% drop range. The rest of the market, we are going to see at least another 40% drop for everything. Probably 220s or a 10 and 215s or whatever. But we're probably going to be seeing about a 40% drop as I see it, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. This is what I see for the market, and I've been seeing it for weeks and weeks and sometimes months. And as you see, my predictions here, the system here is playing out to the T. So I don't see any reason to reverse my decision or reverse my opinion that we're going to go lower. Glad to have you, Eddie. Thank you for joining us. If you're new, glad to have you. Subscribe, like, subscribe. Be sure you're back here in roughly about, we'll call it again, it's 12:30 Central Time here in Chicago. I'm going to be going live here a little bit later, so we're going to cover the Asian markets. We're going to watch this stuff play out. So nothing funner than watching, well, it's not fun when you're holding, but nothing funner than to make a call, kind of be BSing on live stream and just watch this thing go ping and just hit live right on screen. We've had it happen a number of times, and it's thrilling to watch. Nothing better than a good "I told you so." I'm sure you'll all agree. We have a lot of them on this channel. So nothing wrong with that. It's always good to be on the winning side. And I like you guys to make money. It's thrilling for me. It's a pleasure for me to be able to teach you guys this stuff, especially you younger guys that really, you get in, you're like, I got to make some money in crypto. Wildly flailing around, losing money. I mean, good God, you guys can't imagine the amount of money that's been lost. The people that have come to our subscription packages, literally, it's shocking the millions of dollars. If we have a fairly small group of subscribers, very, very good people, and you guys that are wanting to find a home of mature investors and people that are serious about crypto, definitely join our Discord. It'll be probably the best thing that you do in your investing career. But if I take just the subscribers within our Discord, and I kind of calculate the amount of money that they've lost before discovering us, it goes well into the multiple millions of dollars. It's shocking. And this is all 100% based upon just listening to goofballs on YouTube that don't have a system, that are just mimicking the last thing the last joker before them said, just believing the zeitgeist out there, like, oh, Bitcoin's going up, so I better buy it. Well, by the time you hear that news cycle, who do you think's putting that news out to begin with? The people that are betting the opposite direction. So that is the absolute asinine wrong way to be investing your money. Investing based upon something you saw some teenage kid talking Bitcoin. Oh, God. And I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. You are listening to an investor. The voice you're hearing on YouTube right now is an investor that's had over 30 years of investment experience in real estate, in stocks, in bonds, in crypto. I travel all over the world. I've seen the practical application of some of these things, like a Cardano. I've stood in the red dirt of Africa, and I've seen Cardano work. I've seen XRP work in the Philippines when I lived over there. So you're listening to someone that has real world experience that's not going to blow smoke up your butt. If I say it, it's because I believe it. Now, what you choose to do with the information is yours and yours alone. But if I'm saying something, you can bet your bottom dollar. I'm not just doing it for entertainment value. I'm doing it because I want you guys to be as educated as I can make you be. What you do with the information is yours and yours alone, of course. But this is a channel that's here to kind of change the crypto sphere. I take my job, if you can call it that, very, very seriously, because I deeply enjoy watching you guys change your lives for the better. We've got a number of people that have paid off houses, paid off credit cards, 5 dream cars within our group, 3 brand new house purchases, endless amounts of trips, endless amount of debt relief, and it pleases me like punch, I can't tell you. To be able to have people that are trusting me, putting their faith in me, for better, for worse, whatever. I'm not here as a financial advisor, but if you listen to me and you consider the things that I say and you kind of recheck yourself, then it's tremendously gratifying to me to watch you guys improve your lives, and that's where I get my satisfaction from. So anyway, we'll move ahead to take a look here and see what we're going to get on to. So OMG is one of the ones that we gave away for free on our Discord channel, and we are getting very, very close. Now, take a look at this and ask yourself, looking at this looked pretty good. About the time this call went in, this is a pretty ridiculous call to be making for no reason. I told everybody, hey, 30% drop, guys. And I I get a few of the haters and the trolls that come in, you don't know what you're talking about. It's a bull market, it's a bull market. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. So I put this call here, and that happened 5 days. 5 days ago. Well, actually, I put it in over here, but Generally, when I put a call right here, it's usually over in this area. I'm kind of putting it ahead. But basically, when I drop this, so 5 days later, fortunes have reversed. And so we're starting to head towards this. We've already hit an earlier marker call of this circle right in it, right on the AI line. And I even highlighted it with a yellow dotted line. I said, we are absolutely going to hit this. And we hit it. We bounced right on it to zoom right in on it. We hit it. And we bounced right between, perfect shot to the AI line, perfect shot right to the AI line, right back up to the predicted line. So we're in this. So where are we going from this? Unquestionably, right down here, right down here. Now, I always kind of want to explain what's going on with OMG. OMG is a really good project, and we are now at the point where I've told you guys, I have an expectation target. The ISIS system is able to predict now. ISIS 2.0 is actually ISIS is our automated intelligence system. ISIS 2.0 is able to predict out 3 to 5 years. Now we're still dialing it in. We want to make sure and get confirmation, but it's showing some pretty accurate information. Now we share that information only with our Platinum Pro that far out. Now the shorter term stuff we share with everybody from bronze all the way up. But the bigger investors, the guys that want to know a lot more long term and stuff like that, obviously I'll always throw you a bone and let you know that you're making a good call or whatever. I believe you're making a good call. But the ISIS system is able to give us, ISIS 2.0 is able to give us a predictive price structure for OMG this year of $20 to $25. Now I told you guys I'm not a fan of having you guys buy this stuff at $7, $8, $9. Now I've given this thing as a free call. And way back when it was down sub $5 level, I said, this is one that just for free, if you guys want to jump in on it. And many of you did. And it went up and it went down a little bit. And a few of you, paper hands, you panicked. Just like I told you here earlier in the show, you can't do that. You got to be happy with your position. And those of you that stuck it out ended up getting 20-30% return on your money. And I believe it was like a week and a half, something like that. All you got to do is just patience is a virtue, folks. Patience is a virtue. So if they held on to this for a while, they were able to be justly rewarded. Now, I also said, I think the market is going to take a crap. And so you guys sold out that listened, that took that to heart. And so here we are, diving back down, following the calls all the way to the bottom. Ping, perfect, baby. Just that's what I'm talking about. So this call went in 5 days ago. We are just pixels away, not that far. We're only looking at a 5%, 5 to 6% drop. We can do that. Probably even by the time I'm done live streaming, we probably could do that. But definitely by the end of the day, we're likely to probably smack it. By live stream tonight, we'll probably have achieved it. Now below that, we've got here now. When we get to the worst part of this, I do believe we'll be firmly in the $3.50 range. Now, a $3.50 purchase, again, not to put too fine a point on this, if I'm still telling you that it's going to $20 to $25, I believe it's going to $25. Do the math. What's the multiple on that? It's pretty damn good for somebody that's giving you free information. It's pretty damn good. And for you guys that are, I'm talking to you $5,000 and less guys that are just... You can buy this coin on Coinbase. You don't have to stand over it. You don't have to hover over it. Just get on pro.coinbase.com. Put in a buy order for one of these target markers that I'm giving you publicly as a free service. And here's the thing. You will not lose money if you buy in at those and we never hit those targets. Then I'm the idiot. Make fun of me. Mock me publicly. Go ahead. But you won't get the chance because we are going to hit these things. I'm telling you. So my challenge to you is prove me wrong. I not to be arrogant, but I'm saying we've got a number of statistical analysis here that's saying that $3.50 is highly likely. Possibly might catch a wick even lower, but let's not be greedy. You're not trying to step to the crack as close as you can get, to see. But a $3.50 purchase, even a $4 purchase is very good for OMG. Because the multiples are going to be fantastic. It's going to be over 500x. It's going to be over a 5-time return on your money. I mean, you just don't get that on Wall Street very easily, unless you've got inside traders helping you. So I think we already covered this, but I'll just hit it again since I'm glancing past it. So again, we're still we're still setting up for, to me it's looking like this. I can kind of see what they're I'm picking up what they're putting down here. They're shaping us up for whoops. This trading view is just infuriating sometimes. They're shaping us up for something like this. They're trying to, and I'll tell you what they're doing here. And I'm not even going to try and make this this is a. I'm just going to give you theory because theory is a purple. Actually, no, hang on. We'll do this. I'm not suggesting you trade on this move. Don't. Stupid idea. I'll go ahead and do this because this is not what I define as a trade. Well, I'll tell you why this is. Because going from this what we call the armpit right here, from this armpit to the top of the flag, this is TA. This is velocity. This is any idiot that's ever cracked a book on technical analysis will tell you. Now, what we're doing is we're plugging this for secondary confirmation into the ISIS system. We're setting it right on the ISIS line, so we know that with fair, because most guys will go right here, and this is where they get screwed, because what will end up happening is it'll jump, it'll go to like right about there, and then it'll reverse, it'll go, well, I didn't get my sell target. I'm moving it down here on the ISIS line, and I'm telling you why. Now you'll begin to understand why here in a second. If I set it on the ISIS line, on the AI line, we end up getting a target right there, which is straight in line with a massive amount of support and resistance right there. So highly likely we'll probably hit that. Now, where do we go from there? I'm not going to call that. I'm telling you we're going lower. This played out, by the way, right here. But what I expect is if we have any degree of pumpage, of lift on this thing, I really don't expect it to go very high before it turns and takes all that and then some away from us. So, and again, you're not looking at, when you're zoomed in, it looks like a pretty wicked drive. It's only 4%. That's just enough just to kind of move the market a little bit. You can't make money on a 4% trade. So if you're leveraging, and please, for the love of God, don't leverage trade. We are not aficionados, or we're not advocates of leverage trading, because if you want to do that, then just roll your window down, throw your money out, because that's really about the same odds that you're getting, especially in a market like this. Even though this system can show you highs and lows, it does not account for outright gangster manipulation by the exchanges. When something should go up, when it tracks up, when it TAs up, when all the indicators are going up, and you, for some oddball reason, and you guys have all seen this, we still go down. What that is that's market manipulation, wiping out longs, wiping out shorts, whatever. And so if you don't long and you don't short, they can't take your money unless you decide to give it to them. So there's no reason why you have to try and take the easy way out. Play the game the way you're set yourself up to win, is what I'm saying. You've got an amazing tool here. Use it. There's no reason why you can't be making anywhere from 15 to 35% within the matter of a span of 100 hours. Just straight flat trading when you are in charge of when to buy or when to sell. The exchanges don't make that decision for you when you don't long and you don't short. All right, so we want to take a look at ZIL here. I'm going to take a look at a couple real quick. I want to look at Bancor. I want to look at, let's take a look at Doge. Let's take a look at the dog coins here real quick. We'll start with those. And let's take one more. So we'll pour through this, and we'll do the full boat. We'll do everything tonight. Let's take a look at Reef one more time, too. All right, so we'll take a look at these, and then we'll call our quits for right now, and we will re-adjourn here later on for the full boat, the whole enchilada show tonight, okay? All right, so ZIL, let's move that over here so people know what I'm talking about. So ZIL is heading right towards the drop zone. We've got the target. We already, see, there's a target right there. Just hit it. I mean, do you love that or what? I mean, isn't that fantastic to be able to have a target like that and, there's just nothing going on? I mean, any joker in the world would look at that and go, well, it looks like it's going up. This is accumulation, and that's a flag, and according to... I'm telling you, no, it's not. It's going down. The ISIS says down it is. And so here it is, right there. Boom, baby. Just ping. Love it. That's what we're talking about. So, and there's more to go. Much more to go. Where? Here. This is where, and this was called months ago that this was discussed. The drop zone, the target expected drop zone, I believe we were probably 2.5 months ago. I was predicting this. I really kind of got on point, kind of hammering on this, telling the guys that I thought about 3 weeks ago, I said we're going to be in the 7-cent range. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys, and then I'm going to reinforce this, and you guys can kind of bring me back around to the point. But as I believe, and again, I have to say this over and over again because I live in America and everybody likes to sue everybody for everything, because nobody wants to wear big boy and big girl pants. Not financial advice. I have to say this over and over again. This is for entertainment and education purposes only. Get that through your head. I have to do this. This is the world we live in. However, believe what you want to believe. If you want to think the planets determine your lives, if you want to think charts determine this or that, whatever. Believe what you want to believe. I'm showing you this, and take from that what you will. That's just the agreement that we have here. So, that being said, my belief is this velocity is going to play out again. From here to here, from here to here, and it's going to set down pretty as you please right on top of that red box. So, the red box, as you can see, I already had the target right there. And I tend to kind of go to the conservative side and be, let's just call that 0.79. Hell, let's call it 0.80. Why split hairs? You want to make sure you get it. 0.80. So if a guy, in theory, were to put in a 0.80 and buy ZIL, good on you. Now, could it go lower? Yes, it very well could go lower. Because, again, weren't we discussing a 40% potential drop for the entire market? 40% puts you right here at this red line. Well, ain't that funny? So the bottom of the box. Now, I'm not suggesting that you be greedy, because from here to here, from this highly probable to the bottom, is an additional 20%. That's pretty darn good. But what if we don't get it? Well, we could get it in a wick. We could get it not at all. But this is one of those things where when you take a position, and we're going to say this over and over and over again until every single one of you new subscribers get this and you old subscribers get it in your head. Take a position you feel good about. You cannot buy the to the pixel bottom. Sometimes you can. Don't get me wrong, but let's be realistic. You can't just leave the garage with your car and have green lights all the way across town every single time. It just doesn't work that way. But if you jump in on this and you say, okay, well, I grabbed 8, but we went to 7.5. Get over it. It's not that big a deal, because the upside for ZIL is going to be in the double digits. You're going to be in the $10, in the $20 range before very long. ISIS is already showing me what's coming for ZIL. ZIL is a fantastic project. Right now, we are in a depressed bull market. Everything is getting its ass handed to it. This is a time when we gather the troops, we nut up, we sack up, we say, hey, this is going to be the time where everybody else is going, oh, blood, blood, blood. Love it. Give me more. I'm holding XLM at prices much higher than they are right now. I don't sell. Once I'm comfortable with position, that's what I do. I'll buy more, but that's what I do. That's my philosophy. Take it as you wish. Some of you guys may go, I don't know, man, he's crazy. I just sold it and repositioned. You have no guarantee that we're going to go any lower. So this is why I say we're playing statistical probabilities. When we look at something and say, for example, I jump in, a few of my guys followed me in because they wanted to. They jumped in at the time the market was reading statistical probabilities up. So I took a position because I was going to do kind of a scalp trade, but I told everybody, I was very honest with everybody. I said, now listen, this could go lower, but I'm happy holding it if it does, because if I jump in on XLM at 40, I'll just say 40, I don't remember, it might have been 45 cents. If I jump in at XLM at 45 cents and it goes, straight in the toilet, which, don't get me wrong, it is absolutely doing that right now. Am I happy holding it? I'm not happy. I'm comfortable. Reason being is because we're only talking about a short period of time here where this is going to swing and go the other direction and leave that 40 to 45 cent mark in the dust. It's going to go up to double digits. We're talking $5, $10, $30. With time, and all wounds are going to be healed. I'm not worried about it. Now, in the meantime, if I have more liquid cash, I want to grab more at the bottom. I play the hand that's being dealt, but I'm looking at the probabilities of statically. Is this target a good target? Now let's get back to the point here on ZIL. If you did jump in, even if you jumped in right now, are you happy at this? because it's going to go up. Yeah, but you could be happier. So I'm showing you something that's a probability. So either it's yours to decide. This is a damn good price. Don't get me wrong. 10 cents. I was telling people back when the market was very bullish with no sign of a downturn, 20 cents was fabulous because it was, and it still is. But 10's even more fabulous. 5 is absolutely hysterically fabulous. But we're probably not going to get down to 5. But if we get down anywhere in this drop zone, my opinion is it's time to pull the trigger and stop splitting hairs. Really, anywhere from this target down, execute, call it a day. That's it. And so, Zill is one that's in my top 20 of coins that I think is absolutely a must-have, in my opinion. Yeah, Tiger is one of my mods. Tiger Stalmos is one of my mods, and he's kind of one of my he's the guy that runs the Discord basically, and he's kind of one of my core 40. He's been with me. He understands my philosophy. He's got his philosophy of his own, but we're of the same mind. You don't go full bag. You don't go full bag. If you're holding, I don't know, let's just give you a hypothetical. If you're holding 5,000, then peel off 30% of that and pick a target for Zill and jump in. Don't go full retard, as they say on Tropic Thunder. For some reason I can't get that thought out of my head. Just don't go full retard on crypto. Go a third retard. Whatever. But sorry if I offend you guys. That's just how it is. But I'm just being stupid. But anyway, if you get my point. If you're gonna invest, just don't get crazy and go all in. Don't go half in. Leave yourself something for something else, because as shiny and bright and nice as this is, there's other shiny stuff too. You want to own a little bit of something, because this horse may not be the fastest. You might have a better horse, or this one might be your winner, and it might be dragging up the other two behind it. So you definitely don't want to put yourself in a position where you've got all your eggs in one basket, and all your eggs, you drop your eggs and then you're screwed, So Bancor, again. So now, I told everybody this is the expected move that should have happened, and I didn't have any belief that it would. I told you we're working on a triangle, that if they were going to manipulate the market, and if things, it should have gone up, but it very much is going down. Now, again, this is the velocity move. So here you go. So Bancor is my absolute favorite swing coin. I made 500%, if not more, on this damn thing. And actually, I'll give you a double move on this. I'll give you a smaller target, and then you can look at this as the large target. Let's take a look at that right there. So that's a 55% move. And I don't mean to shock or freak you guys out. The philosophy here, or the belief is this, or the understanding is this: Bancor is not a big a coin by market cap as Bitcoin, as Ethereum, etc., etc. So smaller coins have more violent moves and drops. It's just how it is. So if you get a really, really low market cap coin, when I'm telling you 40 on everything else, shoot, I mean, some of these things could see 85, 90% drops when everything else is going. And when the bigger boys when a Zill is going 40, you're seeing something like a Reef go, 60, 70%. Oh my God. But that's great, because Reef's a good project, and we'll discuss that here in just a couple minutes. So I'm looking at Bancor, which is not a huge project. It's gaining ground. It's a good, it's a banker coin in a way. It's a decentralized exchange. But yeah, it's in the cards that it could go a drop of 55%. Now, in the here and the now, where I see it going on before that time, we're well underway. So basically, just safely put, just right down to the next marker is where we're at. If I want to kind of pull a little bit more confirmation from that, I can go here and I can do standard TA down to here. This is getting kind of a little bit squishy as far as the analysis goes, because what I'm looking at is I'm trying to they're waffling this market. I can see it already right now. We're losing clear direction. They're trying to build in. This is just something that only comes with experience. I can't really explain what I'm looking at, but effectively we got a multitude of things here. We got what almost looks like it's starting a rounding bottom. Not quite a channel. This is what I'm saying. I'm just thinking out loud here. But we're still trending down. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to build in a little disbelief. I mean, you're finding these. It's very rounded. The way they're doing this, they're trying to get people to, you're not getting straight line, accurate moves on this. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically build an indecision where people will take a position. This is a Coinbase coin, by the way, so you can get in and out of it quite a bit, quite quickly. I'll just basically say this in the here and now because it's not the long distance call. I will tell you that I have every bit of faith that we're going to be right down here on this line next. Now, $3.40, albeit is a good price. If you just want to buy it and hold it till it goes way back up to where it inevitably will go, and it will. But again, I still believe that it's going to go a lot lower. So just this is just kind of a fun little told you so thing. Don't put any money behind it. But we'll revisit this a little more in depth. When I get a little bit more structure on this, I'll be able to give you a target. But with full faith and confidence, I know every single one of these lines is going to get hit on the way down. So, pretty much a sucker bet. I could just say, yep, going to hit that. And it will. And I'll look like a genius because that's just how the system is. And basically, all you got to do is just pretty much grab these lines, make bets at the lines. Really, if you really wanted to boil this system down to its absolute purest, really, you could pick any of these lines and go, okay, would I like to buy at $3.71? Put in the buy, you're done. Either you hit it or you don't. That's not making any account for if it goes lower or whatever, but the question you're basically internally asking yourself is, if I had a chance to buy Bancor at $3.17, would I feel good about it? I would, because the upside of this is damn high. But again, knowing what I know and telling you what I'm telling you, we're going to go much, much lower than where we're at right now. So would not be your smartest investment. It'll be an okay investment, and it will definitely pan out in huge multiples, but it could be so much sweeter. So hold your fire, folks. Hold your fire. And again, here's Shibu. Get the crap out of that one, guys. So that call right there came out of nowhere. I said that we're going to be taking a. You guys know how I love to talk shit about Shiba. So I said 14% drop, and that's when we were over here. I said expected, guys. Wham, right there. And then we actually went a little bit lower, and this was just kind of a straight TA call, but. You can see if I would move that to where it should have been before the market move started. You can see it's straight in confluence. So that velocity was 100% verifiable. Now, that velocity still applies. Still applies. So let's go ahead. Let's extend that out a little bit. And let's put it where she belongs right there. Bad news, guys. You Shiba lovers, I'm telling you. It's going to happen. I have long told you this is going to happen. I expect this one to take a harder beating than Doge and the rest of the market. I'm not a believer in this coin. In long term, it's going to do just fine. But if you really look at this, you've got a double top right here, and double tops indicate a downward motion. So ain't no big thing, ain't no surprise. If you were to let's just take this again. If you were to take this move right here, you picked it up right here. There's the move from top to shoulder right there. So no surprise. I mean, just using standard classical analysis, you can get these moves. But when you plug it into this grid with the timelines and the AI lines and the level markers, it's irrefutable. It has to happen. All right, so you're looking at a marker. I'm going to move it over here to keep it out of you guys' way. Fractions. I don't even know how to say it. Fractions. So now, should you buy this? We'll discuss this a little bit more. I'm going to tell you right now, the way I used to badmouth Doge, this has moved into the number one shit-talking location for me. If you guys want to do this, it's on you, baby. It's on you. I don't want nothing to do with it. Now, it will go up. As I see it, as I'm looking at the longer-term statistical analysis off-screen for this, it will go up. So the question is where's the bottom? We're not there yet. This is not the bottom. This is a signpost on the road to hell, but it's not the final destination. And expect worse. I can give you a preview if I can go back. Well, I guess I can't. I can't go back far enough because my charts don't go back far enough. But suffice it to say that you ain't seen nothing yet. All right. So as far as the drop goes, the actual for where we are to where we're going, that's going to be another 18% drop. Easily done. Now, just to kind of, I'm seeing this and I'm just kind of remembering our old rule, you guys that are our long-term subscribers, long-term followers. What's the thought on the 200 EMA? I don't really like it when we are further than 15% away from this baby blue line here for long. Now, as you notice, this I always hate to call them theories because they're not theories. This rule, I hate to call them rules because it's a little bit strong, but this conjecture, it seems kind of a funny word, but this conjecture that I have been pushing for a long, long time is anytime we get longer or further away from the EMA than 15%, we snap back. So what's the distance from, let me give you here an example. This distance right here is 10%, no big deal. But we fell 21% away. And lo and behold, lots of things come into play here with this. Right on the timeline. That's not a very straight line. Let's just do this. Right on this timeline right here. That's called an AI line. So at that point in time, the computer said, time to make a move. ISIS predicted when it was going to happen, and it happened right to the tick. It went down to the AI line. So we have a time, we have a distance, and we have a reversal of direction. Why did it happen? Because we were rolling green, we were moving up, but there's one more thing that you can add into your bag of understanding, and that's this. We were 25, let me see, what were we actually? We were at the bottom of this. Excuse me, it takes a second to kind of get a firm grab on these tools here. We were 25% away from the 200 EMA. That is always a sure thing. We cannot wander away from home that far for that long and not get. So when you have the coming together of a lot of things that are bullish and you are in a bearish meanings under the 200 EMA, you are under that, then of course it has to come up. I mean, you can make this prediction with your eyes closed, just with the data alone. We're coming up on a pulse marker. Decision has to be made. We're rolling green on the MACD. We're rolling green on the Stoch RSI. We are, we bounced off of a AI line. We just crossed a pulse marker. We are underneath. What's going to happen? With my eyes closed, I could have told you. Literally, I'm not bragging. I'm telling you, with my eyes closed, I could have told you what was going to happen in that scenario, because those perfect coming together are, you could have bet on that if you would have seen that and you would have understood that concept. Now, what would you have made? Just fun little probabilities. And by the way, there's more to come. But if you would have grabbed that on that AI line, you would have already been up 12.5%. And there's going to be more to that. We're going to come up to this line right here, by the way. So if you would have grabbed that on that line, knowing what I just told you, you would have made 21%. There's an example right there. 20% in the matter of a few short hours. That's how easy it is to make money using this system. Once you understand once you understand the way these things play out, and you start to learn, and you start to kind of sit in my group, and you listen to the way that I analyze this stuff and start to internalize some of my little philosophies, you'll be able to do this thing with ease. It doesn't take that long. Now, does this mean this is the grand turnaround? Absolutely not. What this is this is the false hope that we will now see in the market before the next Wyckoff shoe drops. And we'll see that play out here probably by this evening. So, all right. So let's take a look at Reef here. So let's go ahead and do Doge since we're still doing dog coins. Oh, let me tell you what. Nothing makes me happier than to hit an AI line. Love it. All right. So you guys that are new to the live stream, we just have to tell this story over and over again. So I got a guy, Crypto Rich. He's our notable superhero that has used my charts to insane levels of profit. Took $150,000, done 17 perfect, not a penny lost trades in a row. 17 perfect trades. He went from $150,000 to $10.125 million in 17 perfect trades. Paid off his house, bought himself a GT4 Porsche Carrera. We go racing all the time. He's my racing buddy now. Gotten to be good friends with him. But kicking ass and taking names, guys. This is what it's all about. I mean, using the best tools money can buy, and they actually are very affordable, but using the best tools money can buy to maximum effect to just change his life forever. And His last move he went in on, he went big, went hard. I'm like, oh boy. And him and a group of a couple of other guys got in, jumped in. I can't remember. I think we took the target marker. I think it was somewhere down in this area here, but jumped in to the tune of $1 million and watched this thing go up. Now, he could have sold, and I said, when we got down here, I said, guys, you really probably might want to consider getting out of that big move because I think we're going to go lower. I'm not much on repositioning, but when you're talking $2.5 million, you probably want to handle your money a little differently. So I told him, you might want to consider getting out. So they shaved it. And they ended up netting $125,000 in like a matter of a couple of days, I think it was. Not too shabby. I don't give a damn who you are. And of course, they're sitting here and they were justly rewarded. They got out of the trade. We dropped. Now, they are coiled up again, waiting for a potential buy right here. And I told them, it's coming, guys. It's coming. And so I put in the prediction for right here, and we hit it dead on. We hit it, we bounced off it, we revisited it, and we capitulated, went through it, went down to the line. So I want to emphasize to you guys that are new to this thing, this is beautiful. This is the way trading is supposed to be. This is a system that you can believe in, you can look at, you can go, this is what I've been looking for my entire trading career. You are home. You've got something, you've got the best tool in the box right here in front of you. And so now the moral of the story, I'm going to give you kind of a preview. I'm going to talk about it tonight because he's allowed me to kind of disclose his portfolio actions because he said, oh, please share with the group, you've changed my life. Share with the group what I'm doing because, I want everybody to get a piece of this. So it shocks me because, and again, you got to remember, he's playing with house money. He started with $150,000. He's up over $10 million. House money. So now let me kind of give you set the stage for what I'm going to tell you tonight. And we'll leave it as a cliffhanger, what's about to happen. Doge has been listed on Coinbase. That is tremendously bullish news because Doge is a meme coin. Let's not kid ourselves. Now the real noobs, the real plebs can get in on it because it's accessible through an easy gateway, which is Coinbase. So now when the FUD is over and all the memes start up again and shit like that, Doge is going to go to $1. I have no doubt about it. $1.25, $2. Oh hell, why not? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to go to $1 in order for someone who buys down in this range to make just kick-ass take names level of money. Now, what they're planning on doing, if you thought $1 million last time impressed you, I'm going to give you a cliffhanger. Hang tight till tonight for let me tell you what they're about to do. This is going to be the biggest trade this group has ever seen, probably for a long, long time. The biggest trade on the craziest thing you've ever seen. So stay tuned tonight, and I'm going to disclose what's going to do, and you might see it live. You very well might see it live. Definitely a cliffhanger, and definitely something you're going to want to tune in for tonight. We're going to talk about this Doge trade. But again, for the rest of you guys, I'm right here already telling you where I think a good smart buy is. And we are absolutely, make no mistake about it, heading towards that range. Now, if we go from where we are right now down 40%, who's to say? But, we've got these zones picked out and set out for Doge. Now, from where we are at the armpit, and let's just take 40% down. There's 30. There's 37. Let's just comfortably call that 40. 40 could take us now. This is a lower cap coin. We could go even lower. Anything in the yellow would be absolutely ludicrous levels of buyback in. But, any of you guys buying in the orange, there's no reason to pout about that. Even right now, really not that bad. But, again, you have to understand that we're working with the idea that the Doge is, we're just general consensus is we're working with the idea that we think Doge is going to go to $1. And therefore, we think a lot of these guys who think they're smarter than everybody else is going to be diving out of this at the 80% or 80 cent, 85 cent, 70 cent range. So we're not trying to hold this to $1. We want to get out before we want to stand close to the door. So the better the buy is on the bottom end, the higher the reward is at not quite $1 level. So anyway, stay tuned to tonight because I'm gonna drop one on you that'll leave your mouth hanging open on this one. All right. All right. So Reef, last one of the day, and then we're gonna cut you loose and we'll talk to you tonight. So Reef is our favorite one. Oh, here we are, guys. Here we are. How delicious is this? Oh, I love it when I make a call that comes through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this is again, I told you guys, Reef is a fantastic buy. 11 days ago, I told you. 11 days ago, I told you we were going to come down to this level. And then I gave you secondary confirmation 10 days ago. And we just hit that mark. I told you on live stream last night, I believe it was last night or the night before, I told you, do not be surprised if we hit the green dotted line, and we just did. So if you guys are impressed with what you're seeing, if you've never seen the likes of anything like this, I assure you, you probably haven't. We'd love to have you join us for free on the unfairadvantage.chat. That is our free Discord. And of course, obviously, if you just can't stand it anymore and you've got to be a part of this, and I believe you do, you definitely want to be a part of something that'll help you win and win big. So if you want to subscribe to our charts, just go to fibbycharts.com. Just go here to subscribe. You can go to subscribe Nora. And if you want to know a little bit more about the charts, there's a little bit more deeper information. Either one of these links here, you can subscribe to the packages. We do have a wider array of packages on the subscribe now. So if you're a bigger player and you want to get in on our new Platinum Pro, let me give you kind of a little preview of this because we're still working on the interface on this. Platinum Pro is really the just amazing amount of information. So you've got, this is the platform that we're working out. So you've got, actually, for every single coin, you've got 5 levels of charts with information, with all the calls. So you got 5 times the information. Now also, when you click on these, instead of going straight to, like when you go to the old way of doing things here, when you click on this, you're actually going to the chart. Now the Platinum Pro works differently. If you go to Platinum Pro, I can't show it to you yet because I don't want to give away the special sauce on this yet. But when you click on the Platinum Pro, it'll take you to the complete statistical history and charting history and everything history. This is linked into CoinGecko. So if you don't know what a chain link is, or you don't know what a T-Fuel is, or whatever, we're still adding coins to this. We're still doing the work on it. But you'll be able to have research, fingertip accessible research right there, just at one point and click. But you'll also have the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 6 hour, the 1 day, and the weekly available. All of them featuring the AI lines, the ISIS retracement lines, all of that stuff. All these special lines are built into absolutely every single chart. So if you want to be able to look and say, okay, what is this doing this week? What could it be doing next week? See, right now we do all of our charting off of 15-minute, and we do very, very well with that. But you guys that want to have a longer, deeper dive into crypto, that are high-level buyers or pro traders that want to have the most information, you definitely want to be in on the Platinum Pro. But it's not for everybody. It is kind of expensive, but if you got the money to throw around, it takes money to make money. As they all say, the best tools in the world cost money, and that's the truth. So we do try to price these things fairly consumer friendly, because we're not out to try and take your bucks. We're out here to try and improve your life, but the cost of doing business is quite big. We're bringing on new staff, new helpers. Again, on Monday, we have our tech chat next Monday, so certainly subscribe for that. And again, we're going to go live again tonight. We're going to watch the bleed continue. So until then, my name is Red Baron. Thank you for joining us. So until tonight, be safe, be good, and be good at it. Peace and hair grease, baby. See you tonight.